Hi guys, this is just a quick video just to show you the kit that I use when I'm using the Mixmeister Controller with Virtual DJ 7. The only difference between what I've got here and what I use in clubs is the speaker and amplifiers. For this I'm just using a pair of studio monitors. They're active monitors and they're just tucked underneath. What have we got then? Okay, laptop, Dell Studio 15 with an i5 processor, 4GB of RAM. The Mixmeister Controller, now you can pick these up reasonably cheaply now. A pair of Newmark PHX headphones. These are the audio versions, or sorry, the phono versions. They come with a 3.5mm jack and a 1/4" adapter. I do have some USB ones as well, but I use those as backups. A little dinky USB light, I think it cost me £1. We have a DJI sound card and a custom made ground loop isolating box. It's a 2-channel with output for XLR as well. I needed to output to XLR just for a gig I did one night, so I had to chuck this together very quickly. It's a pseudo balanced output, by the way, it's not a true balanced output. And cables. Okay, let's start off, just plug some stuff in. Okay, so just before I go on, I will mention the stands. The two stands, if I just remove the controller one, you can just about make that out. It's just a simple stand from Maplin's, cost 20 quid. I do have a cam stand underneath which I paid £39 for, and it isn't actually any different. The only advantage that has is it does have clamps to go onto my flight case, which the camera is currently sat on. So let's just plug this lot in. So plug the controller in. Now I tend to use the same USB connections each time. I plug them into the same ports just purely so the computer doesn't get all confused with itself. Okay, we'll plug the DJI in. Okay, the USB connection goes in and then into the computer. I normally keep all the cables tidy and neat, but for the purposes of the video I don't think it really matters. And plug the little light in. The only reason for the light, by the way, is the in the dark, the controller's quite dark. You don't really need to see what the buttons do once you're familiar with the layout, but the light just helps. Audio connections, we're going to output the sound from the DJI via output 1, and I'm going to plug that into the right hand channel of the ground loop isolator. I'm then going to just plug the active speakers into the back, just on the RCA, on the unbalanced source. Yes, I know I should turn the amps off, but they're only my little studio monitors, so it doesn't really matter. Remember, always turn your amp on last. Alright, lastly, headphone connection goes into the DJI-O, simple as that. Other connections on here, we've got a AC adapter input, output 2. Now I do use both of these outputs when I'm using my CDJs, my NDX800s, because I have the NDX1 on the channel 1 and NDX2 on channel 2. And I use a 4-channel Behringer mixer as well, so it's all external when I'm using that setup. Also has a mic input with a mic control. I don't use a microphone very much, basically due to the fact I sound stupid. Right, I'll quickly start up Virtual DJ, and that's it. We're ready to go. So if we just select a track, so let's have. I'll just put a simple one that you'll recognise. Okay, I'll just chuck that into deck 1. Now, incidentally, I just use the mouse control then. Doesn't need to, everything can be controlled from the controller. What I'll do is I'll just unload that track. So select, press the zoom control, and the deck unloads. Now, the difference is in the mapping is the deck selected is the one that's affected now rather than the master deck. Previous mapping, I had the tempo, the effect selection, and the unload attributable to the master deck selected. I've changed the mapping now so it affects the selected deck. Okay, so if we use the control here, we can go up and down. I don't know if you can see that. I'll just wiggle that and select deck 1. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll just go into another album and I'll just select a track for deck 2. I'm not going to play really, I'm just going to show you some of the controls so it doesn't really matter what's loaded. Okay, if we go to deck 1, we'll turn all the volumes down first. Okay, we'll leave deck 1's volume up because we want to hear that. and let's go. So I'll turn the sound up just a bit, don't really need to hear what the sat music is. Okay, and we can let that run. Okay, we can see the tea lights operating on the beats. We can change the panel selection. If you look at the panel selection on there, I can control that. If I want to have a look through the panels at the bottom, I can do. And I can change the waveform display as well at the top. Okay. If I want to have a browse, I can browse. Loop in. Oh, it's a 4-beat loop. Okay, loop in, loop out. Cut it in half. And we can apply filters. And we can also apply an effect. So, params down, effect on, apply the effect, remove the effect. If I want to skip through a track, now obviously you wouldn't do this while you were playing, but you can press the shift key. It also operates in scratch mode. That's basically what it turns into. Now I don't scratch, so I'm rubbish. If you don't push the select key, it just operates as a pitch controller. Okay. If I want to select a drop, this is from the sample library, so that's sample 1.
We're kicking it live.
And those are operating, there's 10 samples loaded in there, 1 to 5 and then 6 to 10, which are operated via the shift key. We can change the tempo. That's a very small change, 0.01 of the beat, or BPM. If I press the select key, I can affect it in a much broader range. And I think, to be honest with you, that's all I really wanted to show you. The one thing I do want to show you, actually, thinking about it, I'm just going to stop that, and what I'll do is I'm going to select a track from the browser and press the preview perform button. Now I don't know whether you'll be able to hear that, but it's now coming out. I'm now listening to the track in the browser directly in the headphones. This is not loaded into any of the decks. It's one of the new features of Virtual DJ 7. Now, because we've got preview perform selected, I can actually now use the jog wheel to skip through the track that I'm pre-listening to. So I can find, is this the particular version I want? I can't remember. I'll just have a quick skip through. And also helps you when you're trying to decide on the next track, if you either don't use a playlist or you've run through your playlist, or you've been altered by the audience, if your playlist is off, just helps you find the songs, okay? I'll just stop that. I'll just rewind and then stop. That's basically all I wanted to go through at the moment. Nothing major has changed, but the real purpose of the video is to show the simplicity of the setup that you can achieve. We've got a full 4-deck controls, we've got a 2-channel sound system with preview and monitoring, we've got the 4-deck system on the screen. It works really well. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. See you soon. Bye.